call them to witness at the creation of the heavens and the earth, nor at their own creation. I do not take as my helpers those who lead others astray. On that day he will say to them, call on those whom you thought to be my partners, and they will call on them, but their prayer will not be heard, and we shall place a barrier of enmity between them. The guilty shall see the fire and realize that they are going to fall into it. They shall find no way of escape from it. We have explained in various ways in this Quran, for the benefit of mankind, all kinds of examples, but man is most contentious. Nothing prevents people from believing when they are given guidance, or from asking forgiveness of their Lord, but the fact that the fate of previous peoples should befall them, or to have punishment come upon them face to face. We only send the messengers to bring good news and to give warning. Those who deny use fallacious arguments to nullify the truth, treating my revelations and my warnings as a jest. Who is more wicked than he who has been reminded of the revelations of his Lord, then turns away from them and forgets what his own hands have done? We have cast veils over their hearts, lest they understand our words, and made them hard of hearing. Call them as you may to the right path. They shall never be guided. Your Lord is the forgiving one, the possessor of mercy. If he had to take them to task for the wrongs they have done, he would have hastened their punishment. They have an appointed time, beyond which there will be no escape for them. We destroyed these communities when they went on doing wrong, and we appointed a time for their destruction. Recall how Moses said to his servant, I shall not give up until I reach the place where both seas meet, even if it takes me years. But when at last they came to the land where the two seas met, they forgot their fish, and it swiftly made its way into the sea. After they had passed the place, Moses said to his young companion, Bring us our morning meal. We have indeed been fatigued by this journey. He replied, Did you see when we were resting by the rock that I forgot the fish? Satan made me forget it, so I did not mention it. It made its way to the sea in a miraculous way. Moses said, That is just what we were looking for. So they went back the way they had come, and they found one of our servants to whom we had granted our mercy and had given a knowledge from ourselves. Moses said to him, May I follow you, so that you may guide me by what you have been taught? He replied, You will not be able to bear with me patiently. How could you be patient in matters beyond your knowledge? Moses said, God willing, you will find me patient, and I will not disobey you in anything. He said, Well then, if you would follow me, do not ask me about anything till I speak of it to you. So they set out, but when they got into a boat, the man made a hole in it. Moses exclaimed, Have you made a hole in the boat to drown the people in it? You have indeed done a dreadful thing. He replied, Did I not tell you that you would never be able to bear with me patiently? He said, Do not take me to task for what I have forgotten, and do not be hard on me on account of what I have done. So they traveled on. Then they met a young boy, and the man killed him. Moses said, Have you slain an innocent person without his having slain anyone? Indeed, you have done a terrible thing. The man said, Did I not tell you that you would not be able to have any patience with me? Moses replied, If I ever ask you about anything after this, do not let me accompany you. I will have given you sufficient excuse. So they went on until they came to a town. They asked its people for food, but were refused hospitality. They found a wall in the town, which was about to fall down. His companion buttressed it, and Moses said, Had you wished, you could have demanded payment for your labors. He answered, This is where you and I must part company. But first I will tell you the meaning of the things you could not bear with patiently. The boat belonged to some poor people who made their living from the sea. I wanted to damage it because there was a king coming behind them who was seizing every boat by force. As for the youth, his parents were believers, and we feared that he would trouble them by rebellion and denial of truth. We wanted their Lord to replace him with someone purer than him and more compassionate. The wall belonged to 2 young orphans in the town, whose father had been a righteous man, and a treasure of theirs lay underneath it. So your Lord wanted them to come of age and then to dig up their treasure as a mercy from him. I did not do it of my own accord. That is the explanation of the things about which you were not able to restrain yourself. They will ask you about Dhul al-Qarnayn. Say, I will give you an account of him. We established him in the land and gave him the means to achieve all things. He traveled on a certain road, until, when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting in a spring of murky water, and near it he found some people. We said, Dhul al-Qarnayn, you can either punish them or else you can treat them with gentleness. He said, we shall certainly punish him who does wrong. Then he shall be brought back to his Lord, who will punish him with a grievous punishment. But whoever believes and does good works shall have a good reward, and we shall facilitate his matter by our command. Then he followed yet another path, until he came to the rising place of the sun, where he found it rising on a people for whom we had provided no shelter from it. Thus indeed it was. We had full knowledge of him. Then he followed still another path, until he came between 2 mountains. He found beside them a people who could scarcely understand a word of his language. They said, O Dhul Qarnayn, Gog and Magog are causing corruption in the land, so may we pay you tribute on condition that you set a barrier between us and them. He said, what my Lord has given me is better than any tribute. Help me with a force of laborers, and I will erect a barrier between you and them. Bring me blocks of iron. Then, when he had filled the gap between the mountainsides, he said, now blow on the fire with your bellows. When the iron blocks were red with heat, he said, bring me molten brass to pour on them. So they, Gog and Magog, were not able to scale it, nor were they able to bore through it. And he said, this is a mercy from my Lord. But when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, he will level it to dust. My Lord's promise is ever true. On that day, we shall let them surge against each other like waves, and then the trumpet will be blown, and we shall gather them all together. On that day, we shall lay hell bare before those who deny the truth, who have turned a blind eye to my reminder and a deaf ear to my warning. To those who deny the truth, think that they can make my servants patrons instead